A few weekends ago, we drove to Victoria and stayed in an Airbnb. There was a hot tub on the patio. The funny thing is, we hardly used it. We were busy exploring the city, and when we were at the Airbnb, the hot tub never felt quite private enough. It was one of those things you assume will be part of the experience, one of those things you think you'll remember later. But it wasn't. Just before we left, I noticed something moving across the cover of the hot tub. It was a caterpillar, slowly making its way from one side to the other, inch by inch. It moved forward without any sign of urgency. It wasn't rushing. It wasn't hesitating. It wasn't looking around wondering if it was behind schedule. It was simply doing what caterpillars do, taking the next step. As I watched, I started thinking about how different that is from the way many of us live. We spend so much of our lives focused on where we're going next. We worry about whether we're moving fast enough, achieving enough, becoming enough. We compare ourselves to other people and wonder if we're falling behind. Meanwhile, this tiny little caterpillar seemed completely unconcerned with any of that. The caterpillar wasn't worried about becoming a butterfly. It wasn't obsessed over the future. It wasn't trying to skip ahead to the next chapter of its life. It was fully engaged in the chapter it was living right now. It simply trusted the process and continued moving forward at the pace nature intended. Weeks later, I barely remember the hot tub. I don't remember wishing we'd spent more time in it. What I remember is the caterpillar. Funny how life works that way. Sometimes the things we expect to matter don't. And sometimes the smallest, quietest moments stay with us long after everything else has faded. Maybe that's the lesson. Maybe life isn't asking us to rush quite so much. Maybe we're allowed to trust our own pace. Maybe we're already exactly where we need to be, moving exactly as fast as we're meant to move, unhurried, one small step at a time.